We actually have an update on the Super Nintendo CD PlayStation. Kind of. So this was revealed on the website. I saw it on Retro Collect about somehow someone over in Hong Kong leaked the BIOS somehow of the SNES CD system.
I can't imagine it would be hard to trace that down since supposedly only a few people touched the damn thing.
Yeah, while they're preparing for this Kickstarter book, they x-rayed it and examined it. But supposedly, I mean, this is cool, but then goes to show you that there really isn't much to this. There's already the first official homebrew for the SNES CD, because I guess they've already got to the point where they're adding it to a Super Nintendo emulator, the CD function, which honestly is just adding probably check some stuff and adding the RAM bits in, So it's a homebrew of Magic Floor, which has been released on like 10 different systems. This homebrew, it's like a simple puzzle game. So it's been released for Super Nintendo, NES, PlayChoice, 10, GBA, DS, all this.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I don't think this is actually for the CD. This is just for the cartridge portion of it, which means that...
Oh, yeah, that's what I mean.
Okay, yeah, I mean...
But it's taking the whole entire BIOS.
Oh, yeah.
And they're putting into the emulators, I forget which Super Nintendo emulator off the top of my head, they're putting in...
No cache.
They're going to put in a CD function, basically, to read it. Just access the CD-ROM on your computer and add it that way.
Mm-hmm.
To get around the fact that the CD function didn't work on that. But if you have the BIOS... You're fine. You just need a functional CD player.
Right.
If you have the code, you're good to go. That's what I meant when I did add that functionality into it. But so it's for the they ported this game over into the Satellaview BSX version. So they just did like minor modifications to be able to read the same exact game, So this is the first Sony Super Disc SFX-100 CD-ROM version, PlayStation prototype. And according to their site, which it's you can search for it because it's a really weird URL. Also mostly the same as the normal SNES version, special features consist of the Super Disc volume descriptor, a custom boot sector for loading the actual game, some useless SRAM graffiti, and a reset option for loading a different disc. Otherwise, it's the same game. There's nothing special about it. And then thus, it's the first ever game being released for the Super Disc console, and they added in like a now loading screen with the Super Disc menu. So there you go. It's emulated. Not much to it, other than they probably got to dig deep and figure out, what are the actual CD functions that they could add. Probably just different audio tracks that they could access, whatever else. But there you go. It's not really a huge story, but you have the first official game kind of homebrew for the Sony Super Disc or the Super Nintendo PlayStation prototype. Anything else to add on this?
No.
Do you think those guys are pissed that the BIOS is leaked? Ran in their Kickstarter parade, or no, they don't give a shit?
I mean, I don't know. Whatever.
That's all the miles we're going to get out of this, really?
I can't get excited.
Okay.